talk about doing safety checks before our ride. So they're really important to do every time you have a student getting on a horse, especially with your younger beginner riders. As they start to advance, they're going to start to do some of these portions on their own. So the first part of the safety check is to check your rider. So we're going to make sure that they're dressed appropriately. They have on long pants, they have boots on with a small heel, and they don't have any loose, baggy clothing that would get stuck on anything. And we're also going to make sure they have a helmet that fits really well. And we want to make sure that we can not move it when we press on it. That's going to stay against them. We also want to make sure that their hair is pulled back so it doesn't get into their face where they wouldn't be able to see where they're steering. So Avery has her hair back in a little ponytail, and her helmet fits really well, and she's got long pants and boots on. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we check over our pony again right before our riders get on. So as a riding instructor, if you're providing tack, you should be checking your tack fairly often to make sure that there's no broken billets, loose stitching, anything that could cause any sort of damage while the riders are on. But right before you ride, you want to make sure that you check that all of the bits on your bridle are all put together correctly. There's nothing crazy loose. The bit looks like it fits really well still. There's no broken pieces. Check and make sure that everything with your saddle pads are all in the right place. And then we're going to check their girth right before they hop on as well. So we want to make sure that their girth is nice and snug. And if it's not, then we're just going to make sure that we tighten it. And then we're going to go ahead and mount, and then we'll talk about what we check once our riders are on. All right, so once our rider is on, we're going to make sure that we do a couple more little checks just before you really get going into your ride. So we want to make sure that their feet are in their stirrups, that they're an appropriate length, should hit about at their ankle bone, and that their stirrups are even on both sides, that their foot isn't too far through it so they can't slide all the way through. You're going to check and make sure that they're holding onto both reins.
Okay.
Got both reins, and then you can proceed with your lesson.
Okay.